All right, boys, we're live, and girls, we're here. Just got home, so let me just get settled in real quick. I figure I'd get the stream going before I start booting up all the goodies, and we will get our next patient in. Happy Wednesday? Tuesday? Hey Google, what's today's date?
It's Wednesday, January 15th, 2025.
Hey Google, what's today's temperature?
In Greenlawn today, expect a high of 33 and a low of 22.
Ooh, perfect day to pick up a generator. Just get the iPad booted up and so I can read what you guys are saying, and we'll go from there. So yeah, a nice, really cold day. What are we doing with a monster generator? Another one, right? We just got done fixing that last one, but we didn't really fix it, right? They forgot how to turn off, they forgot how to start it. They forgot to turn off the off switch. That was a pretty boring video. This one I don't think is gonna be pretty boring, but I think it just goes to show you that when you buy something used, you never know what you're gonna get. And we just happened to get very lucky. And if we didn't take that opportunity, we would have missed it. So that's a little bit of a transparency. We hit a home run. It happens. It happens. Hey, Hooked on Classics. Hey, Ken, of course. It was great seeing you guys the other night. So let me just get this set up, and then we'll drag in our next victim. I got stuck paying a premium. Yo, what up? What up, Mr. Yang? I got stuck paying a premium for this generator. I went with my mechanical instinct. I do not suggest doing what I did. Do not spend this type of money on a machine unless you are literally willing to risk it and gamble it all. They promised me that it was a running and driving vehicle. I'm still in work mode, I'm sorry. Unless you are literally willing to risk it. There we go. All right. So they promised me that this was a functioning generator, and it needs nothing except the new owner, which would be me. And that was not the case. That was not the case. I was already there. We did have to travel a little bit out of the way. And I used mechanical instinct and I said, let me go just get it. Especially when we had great success for the other one. And that's, I'm like, right, if I lose out on this, the profit we just sold that last generator for will roll up into this. No risk, no reward. So let's get the patient in here. And we'll start going over it. We'll start the triage. We'll get you guys on the billboard, and we will go from there. Hope you guys are doing well. This will be a nice little video to break up the work week. I know it is for me. So hope you guys get the same thing. So let's get today's victim in. All right, so and let's see. Open. Sesame. She's girthy. She is. This thing is tremendous. I can't remember the last time I've even worked or sold one of these things. This is a lot of value for the money I spent. This is a lot for $200. So yeah, this thing's beefy. I got a little nervous. This thing is heavy as hell. So I actually added some support to the Briggs. You know, I pushed this thing to the limits over the years. So just need to be a little bit more safer. I really should get a trailer. But then I can't do sketchy things like this. It's no fun. Okay? So I had this hooked up to the Honda, and it picked it up. So it took off tension on this for when I drive. This is a lot of weight. This is like a mobility scooter carrier, and and I don't know. Let's just get this thing going. And you know, there's a few things on here that are broken. I could not talk this person down than what I already did. There was just no wiggle room whatsoever at all after I negotiated. Now also, I'm praying that this thing doesn't have a Mickey 6. So how am I going to get this on? Motor's that way, so that's throw this on. Alright. Let's see what we can do. A little sketchiness. Wait a minute. Here. A little sketchy. This thing is 110% bigger than my table. So, pray I don't bust my butt on camera. Strap this thing for safety. Maybe I should have had it the other way, because then it'll sit even. But that's alright. We'll support it once we get it on here, and we'll make it level. Oh man, oops. What was I thinking? Don't ask. Don't ask. Fixed? Is it fixed yet? You gotta fight me on camera. Why you gotta fight me on camera? Get your windies. Alright. We're in. Kind of. Close the door. Alright, let's get some stabilization in here. We want to set this level so we check some vitals we're not throwing off. Yeah, should have put this on before I get distracted. That's okay. Yeah, going over that hump is a little sketchy, and I don't feel comfortable doing that without strapping it down. Oh, now we got to do phase 2, is get this up and over. Don't teeter on me. Alright. That's better. Let's get this more of on an angle so we have more surface area. Alright, that's good. And we'll strap it back down. Safety first, kids. Safety first. Well, it came with a bunch of free leaves. So much for being stored inside, because that's what I was told. You know, I said this year I was getting better at saying no to equipment, but that's okay. Next week. Next week. Oh, come on. It's been great. You make me look good. Try this again. Stratton. Let's get you going. Get you out of the way. Yeah, we're stable. We're stable. Let's pump it up. And we'll check a few things. Alrighty, so what do we have here? We have a Briggs & Stratton Elite Series. 8,000 watts, 10,000 starting watts generator, and it has the key start function that I absolutely love. So let's get some numbers on this thing and we'll go to the board. Alrighty. So, get closer. Model number 030471. 030471. Serial number 10206. Seven 730 All right, that is just the generator itself. The engine is completely different, but let's not worry about that until we get there. Lubrication in the situation. It's a little cold out, boy. It's a little cold out. All right, so let's get you set up. Let's swing you around, and we will check out the deets on this. All right. Yeah, you know what? We'll start with the muffler side, and then we'll work our way around. So let's get here. Let's get you off. Let's flip you around. All right, so Briggs & Stratton Elite Series, 8,000 watts, 10,000 watts starting. Since I have the model and serial number here, I want you to do two things. The last one we looked at, I still have the information here, is 18 ounces. We know that's a good starting point, but let's double check the ounces of oil and how much does this cost to buy brand new? And if it's discontinued, what are ones similar to it that cost? So let's keep that in mind in the back, because this is for a flip and fix. This is not a repair. This is for us. Muffler's got a little bit of surface rust. It's got a little bit of surface rust, a little bit of oxidation. Something that is really not, something that's pretty common for something that just sits in a shed of some sort. I think this thing actually lived a life outside. All right, here we go. We're going to talk about some broken things. We have, it's saying it's a 420cc engine. This is a big boy. 21 foot-pounds of torque. Inside here, we have our fuel shut-off valve. Here is our choke. That's frozen. That's nice. I don't want to force anything. You never want to force anything. Here is our fuel shut-off valve. Well, that's on, off. We will keep that off. And what do we have here? Low oil cutoff switch. This is your electric start. A really, really nice feature. A power cable. Power. Battery. Ground. Excuse me. Let's see what we have here. What do we have for oil? Might as well check our vitals. Smells like oil, and it's topped off to the brim. So we're pretty safe with there. We don't have to worry about fuel contamination. So let's go check out the deets on this. 103.5 hours. Well, that's interesting. Choke is here, but they have it. Interesting. I'm not a generator. Don't ask. Don't ask. Circuit breaker. We've got one big boy plug, 2, 4 small boy plugs. So this should be able to run quite a few things if the power goes out. You know, fridge, freezer, air conditioner, some lights, some pretty important necessities. Not all at once, but you know, you wouldn't be, you definitely won't be stranded. This is what I find interesting here. I've never seen a gas cap with the vent. Obviously, we have some tape on there. That is not good. I'm not saying that's not terrible, but we can't let it go like that. This is actually gonna suck. I might try and fix this because I like everything being labeled. If the new cover doesn't come labeled, I'm not sure about transferring, you know, stickers over and whatnot. I have done that in the past, but let's see what we got. On, off. So this is off. This is on. We'll keep that off, and I'm gonna put you on in the stand, and we'll get this thing to Hello? Can you hear me? Uh-oh. Hey. What about now? We got sound? Hold on. Okay, yep. Better. Testing, testing, no sound. We got sound. All right, so let's do this all over again. Whoops, whoops, whoops. All right. All right, let's start. We're here. We're here. So let's start here, and then we'll go backwards and go there. All right, kids. Patient is here. Let's see what we got here. Won't clip you one more time. So we have this fuel gauge here. I can't see anything, and neither can you. So is it working? Is it not working? Your guess is as good as mine. So we're going to start with the old visual check. We do have some fuel in here. We'll get my flashlight. Nope. Here's my other flashlight. All right. Can you get inside here? Come on. You guys can see the tank is clean. But we have some schmutz in here. You want to know what it looks like? It looks like when I unscrewed this gas cap, rust went inside. Now, I've never seen this before. A gas cap. I thought maybe they added this, but this looks very factory to me. This has to be a vent, which I think is very interesting. I've never seen a vent like this. So if anybody wants to drop in the comments what they think this vent is all about, and we can go in there. All right, let me just tighten this back down. Yeah, so obviously whatever this is, why do they have this here? Oh, this is broken. Is it broken? Yeah, okay. This is why. Right here. Interesting. So, why? Why is that there? I actually am going to be honest with you. I don't like it. For me, on machines, the less that's inside here and here, and the less profile, like this could get ripped or damaged easily, which is what we have right here. But let's put this over it, because maybe, you know, the tape does work. Obviously, it's there for a reason. All right, so let's pump this baby back up to normal people height, not my height, because it's very easy for me to get overwhelmed. So we have the model and serial number. Right? It's up here on the board. If you guys could do me a really, really big favor, I want you to do two things for me. I want you to look up how much oil this machine should take later down the line. The last generator we had took 18 ounces. Also, what do these cost brand new? If they discontinued and they don't make it anymore, what are comps? And then we'll go over this machine about what it's all about. Again. Let's unclip you. So this machine was advertised running and producing power. Needs nothing. It's got to go. Sat inside a garage. No issues whatsoever. Obviously, that is not the case. Or, yeah, to me, this isn't garage storage. This is surface rust. We have rust on the valve cover, oxidation of the carburetor, more rust on the shield. I believe this thing lived outside for quite some time. Hence, you see me pulling out leaves here and there. That is not the case. Elite Series, 8,000 watts, 10,000 starting. Very deceiving. Very, very deceiving. We have a 420cc Briggs & Stratton engine. Puts at 21 foot-pounds of torque. This sucks. This cover is broken, and we could see the vent line running here. Interesting. Why is that necessary? Here is our choke, frozen, which is really not supposed to happen if it's sitting inside, but you could tell by all the surface rust that is a lie. Fuel shutoff valve on and off. We will leave it in the off position while we look around. Milwaukee, USA. Nice set of wheels. These wheels are plastic, solid, so these will never go flat. We have our electric start, a fuel cutoff switch, more leaves, just from sitting in the garage, just leaves that just happen to get here. Some looming, some wiring, more leaves that, just sit from sitting in the garage. We have our oil. Nick, the EPA said to keep that vent line there. Okay. Well, we got to find a different way to route it. Ooh. Oil's coming out. You can't do that. All right, so let's check the oil. Feels good. Smells good. Oil smells pretty good. We have our power wire, and here is our battery for the key start. Okay, we have 103.9 hours. Now, I wonder if it's just like, oh no, so you can't, I wonder if you keep this in the on position, because this is where it was, if that runs up the hour meter. Probably does. Is the key stuck? Yep, key stuck. No charger. What do we have here? This is a circuit breaker, which we can't tell because it's rusty crusty. One big switch. Two small ones. Outlets. Key start. Oh, and here's our choke. That's interesting. Does this work? Interesting. Never seen that before, where the choke is here, but you have the option to do it there, I guess, if it's broke. So we'll do choke out. And yeah, that's it. Let's see what's on this side. What do we got here? This is the handle, generator head. As our ground hooked up, again, pretty rusty from sitting in a garage. This thing lived its life outside for a little bit. They weren't fooling me. And like I said, I could not negotiate with them. This is a non-running generator. So let's start. We have oil, which is good. And then we'll start with the repair. And then in the end, I'll tell you guys what I paid for this thing. So we have our air filter cover already exposed, kind of, sort of. Let's turn the fuel on. They said the gas is off, but looks good. Looks can be deceiving. And we'll see what we got here. Fuel on, right? And we have choke, key switch in the on position to allow spark, and up, and away we go. Up and away we go. Now, right? All right, let's hit it with some go-go juice, and we'll see what we got. Right, can you guys see me? No, you can't. This way, and this way. So we'll do fuel on. I think this should be the on position. All right. Little go-go juice. Actually, I don't want to break that cover any more than it already is. Let's just get that out of the way. And then we have free range of everything. And I'm very lucky. This tank is metal with no rust. Just drop it a second. That's alright, we have multiple tools around here. We'll get that later. We'll find it. I don't want to break this any more than what this is, so let's just break. Okay, we'll set you aside. It's $30 socket. Is this, and let's just check to see if I have the fuel on in the right position. Hey, I'm no better than some of the guys that are doing stuff. So let me just see if this is in the right position or not. So to me, to the right is off, and then left is on. All right, so maybe it's supposed to be that way. But let's just see, do we even have fuel flow? Let's just confirm real quick. Got that. And we'll give it a twist. Oh, the fuel valve is loose. See that? Just moved. Okay, we have fuel on. Okay. So up is on. Alrighty, we got fuel flow. Fire in the hole. Oh, let's get this out of the way. They couldn't get it started. All right, we got to get the smoke show out of here. And when we tried starting it, the carb was backfiring and set the housing on fire. That was a pretty fun moment. Because it's not my machine. So we'll go through this thing and we'll service it. We'll see. I definitely want to go through the carburetor a little bit. We do live on an island, so we just have to do it in general. Let's get rid of this smoke show. We don't want to look like California. We take all the precautions. I mean, look like a d.i.y hire, but I'm not. Well, we're going to go through this machine. I want to open up the carburetor because, like I said, this thing did catch fire. And that's why I tried negotiating. They knew they had me. I don't want to tell you how much I paid for this. In catching fire condition. All right, let's get this out of here. We'll run it really quick, and then I'll check through the comments, and then we'll assemble. Whoa. Support number 2. And it's leaking fuel. Come on. Feel the rhythm. And we'll tilt you this way. All right. See, this is why strapping stuff down is important. Could have lost it. Alright, so this thing's leaking fuel. Excuse me. Excuse me. There we go. So we definitely have to open up this carburetor. But let's just get the smoke show out of the way. And right on, key on, fire in the heart. Woo! Let's just see if we can get this started one more time real quick. And we'll just check for power at one of the outlets. Alrighty. Give me one more start. Give me one more start. Come on. More smoke. This thing's huffing. Okay, it's fun. Well, this thing's got some running issues. We gotta get physical. Let's get physical, physical. Let's get physical, physical. Alrighty, so let's get this thing back in one last time. Pump her in. Because that's what my back says to do. No, gosh, yours. Lift with your legs. Great. Let's turn around inside here. And we're good. Let all this nice hot air out. Alright, so here's our carburetor. We'll get close and we'll get in. So we got uno, dos, trace, that doesn't matter. That's for the broken air filter cover. And that's that. Alright, so those should be 10 millimeter, I hope. This carburetor gives me that this is a Honda clone, just by the style of this carburetor. You got one. Can we go? Where's the other hole? There's another one behind here. How do we get there? Can we just pull this vent tube out? How do we have access to that last bolt? See that? Let's see, is there another hole someplace? That's your vent. Is the vent blocking it? This is This is part of this, so this vent has to be blocking it. So let's pull this vent out. Ugh. And does that reveal our bolt? Yes, it does. Where'd you put your ratchet, you idiot? You just had it in your hand. All right, last one out. Don't fall. Of course it falls. I should have just said, don't fall. Come on. Oh, damn it. Here's the vent. Hold on. I just lost that. I gotta get it. Last bolt that. So much for the gasket. That left the chat. One. And two. We'll put that in a pile of bolts. Here is our fuel line. Let's get that. Let's get that out of the way. And we'll free up this carburetor. So at least we know that this thing kind of sort of runs. This has a fuel shuttle solenoid. And it's leaking fuel, so we know it's letting it in with the key on. Alright. Let's give this a pull. Nope, okay, up. And see, this is loosey-goosey, so we gotta tighten this, not the end of the world. Fuel shut-off valve. Let's see, comes here. Where are you tied into that I could disconnect? Yeah, somebody's been in here. You see that? That was off. So let's trace these wires. Okay. All right, I'm partially colorblind, so I gotta bring this into the light and see where this goes. Okay, so it doesn't matter. To me, they look the same color. We have green and black and yellow and yellow, yellow. Doesn't matter. You never know. This is just basically connecting a circuit. So, come on. That's one. And that's two. Come on. Ah, here we go. And look, these plugs are different anyway. You have male and female. That's your lesson of the day. Male goes into female. You know what I'm saying? You can't put two of these together. You know, God created Adam and Eve, not Steve and me. You know, me and Steve can't have kids. We'll leave it at that. That's it. Family channel. Family channel. All right, so we got this out of the way. Oh no, we gotta undo this doohickey here. That goes there. I think I shouldn't lose this. Let's go to the messed up linkages. I don't understand why it has two choke linkages. Doesn't make any sense to me, but it is what it is. We'll get you out of the way, and you'll go here. All right, well, we got to get you here. You... Do we need to loosen this? Yeah, let's loosen this. Let me mark this so I don't lose my spot. Right. this one there. Okay, so now we're going to loosen that. Now we have it marked. We should be good to go. Alrighty. Uh-oh, now this is leaking. Oh, you gotta turn it the other way. You gotta turn it the other way. Alright, no more leaks. Alright, so we're gonna unbolt this and free up the linkage. This is really easy to adjust if you don't mark it. I just mark it out of good habit. But if your generator, if you know your generator has no issues, like if it's a hard start, you could always check your choke linkage and adjust it. We'll get that out of the way. All right, so that popped off. And now we should be able to slide this out and start manipulating things. Can we unhook this? We have to take it all the way out. Nope, you have to take it all the way out. All right, so then let's go to the back here. Use our finger, pop this out, our spring, and then push the linkage towards the side, and we should be able to pop this out. Nope. All right, so let's start with the choke again. Let's just get this off completely. Can we? Yes, we can. All right. So pop this out. We are free. And out to the sky. We're good to go. Here is our carburetor. This is not going to be fun. I don't like these style carbs. I just leaked all over. We'll show you why I do not like these carbs. Whew. Just that mess there. We'll do another one because you know it's going to leak again. All right, I do not like these style carbs. Even if I have the correct JIS2 screwdriver, which I do have, these things like to strip out. So I have developed a good habit out of terrible experience to just vice grip these and then break it loose. You heard that click? I don't know if the camera picked up that click, but that click let us know that we broke that purge, and then we'll just, come on. Yep, this one broke too, so we'll unbreak it, and then we'll take a look at this carburetor. So, right here, fuel comes in, this is choke, this is throttle, this gasket's in good shape, this gasket is not in good shape. Right here, believe it or not, this is your drain. If you want to drain out your gas, you back this out. Well, turn off the gas, start the machine, run it dry. Once it starts to shut off and die, you open this up. I would let this sit out for a day or two, and then take some Lube-Dube and put this up in the keister and call it a day. Here we go. Remember, this sat in the garage. More garage evidence. This is your idle circuit. We're going to be opening this up because, yeah, screw emissions. Show was me. Yeah. I'll go through the comments. If you want to, all right, let me just go to the comments real quick. Hey Simone, how are you? Ken is in here, Repair Gang. What's up, man? How are you? 10K Jenny, I need one. Yeah, we have a generator here at the house. We haven't used it since we moved here. And doing what I do, I upgrade our generator every time. Like we acquire a better generator than the existing one that we have sells. The other one, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I put it on the channel. The other generator we have is a Westinghouse. I do not remember the stats on it as far as wattage wise, but it is electric start. Okay. And it's set up for propane and gas. It's dual fuel. And has a cover. And came with a dual tank connection so I could run dual propane tanks. Actually, I think I might have put it on the channel. Actually, I picked up that generator when I had COVID before I knew I had COVID. Does that make sense? Maybe. Yeah. So, but I ended up, I had a Yamaha diesel generator that I sold to replace the Westinghouse one. Nothing wrong with diesel. Diesel definitely has its value in place, especially after Hurricane Sandy. That's the reason why we had a diesel generator, a diesel truck. Hurricane Sandy, gas stations had no gas, but they had plenty of diesel. So that's the basis of a diesel truck and a diesel generator, that no matter what happens, we're always going to have fuel. But I ended up selling the diesel generator because I just felt it wasn't necessary to have anymore. And dealing with gas versus injection pumps and glow plugs, it just wasn't necessary for a generator, especially when we really don't lose power here. Okay, so let's look at this needle. You could see that there's a little bit of schmutz on there. So let's clean that out. Okay. And this is not frozen. See that? So if this is frozen, you can try and free it up. You know, put some lube in there, you know, and then you work it back and forth. Or guess what? You just McClay them, snip it, circumcise it, and you're back to a traditional motor where you need to shut off the fuel on your own versus relying on a shut-off valve. This is pretty much counterproductive. Like, why do you have a shut-off valve and a shut-off solenoid? So that's interesting to me. All right, so now we have, oh, you could even see the schmutz in here. All right, let me go get some tools and I'll go through the comments. I know I said I was, but I forgot. Easily distracted. You think that's a 12 or a 13? 12, nope. 13. It is. It is a 13. Yeah, let me go through the comments. Let me see if you guys answered some of my questions. Because, you know, listen, I can't. I got questions for you. Okay, hooked on classes. Hi, Ken, Mr. Modal. Yes, yes, yes. Andrew, congratulations. Yes, yes, yes. Dude, thank you so much. That is not necessary. Please, 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 please. We really, really do appreciate it, but not necessary. Thank you so much. I need to do more live repairs. Hey, listen. You know, do what you feel is best and what you feel comfortable with. Only because you're a content creator like me, financially, it doesn't make sense. You make more money doing videos than you do a live stream, but I'm not here for the money. Your channel is doing well. Yes, it is. Yep, so no audio conference call. Okay, yep. That'd go good for my welder. Yeah, so the last generator that we did, I think the stats are a little bit lower, and it worked my handy make and my grinder on at the same time. We actually just sold that generator yesterday or 2 days ago. I don't remember. So go back through the other live streams and you could see that generator. I paid $50 for that. That thing was massive. I didn't think it was going to be that big. And space is limited here. I ended up giving that away for $400 because every time I have to work in the garage, this big behemoth has to come out. And we don't have space for it in our other places. They're filled with snowblowers. So it's got to go. And believe me, snowblowers got to go too. No snow, they stay. So someone got a really good deal. That gentleman was going to ship it back home overseas. Don't care. Thank you for your time. How can I get a rusted wheel off the shaft of my Arian Snowtech 24? Okay, so if you have a rusted wheel, first thing you need to do is keep one wheel locked in with the pin. That's a Snowtech 24, so that should not have no auto turn, no nothing. Pull the pin out, then you have your other one there. Next thing is you get some looby-doob, right? This is your shaft. This is your shaft for the wheel, and this is what your wheel sticks on. Put some looby-doob in the front, put some looby-doob in the side, and just give it a couple of seconds, you know. And then what you're gonna do, just for poops and giggles, put your hand on one wheel, and then, because the other one is not locked, try and spin it back and forth. See if you could work it back and forth. Okay, if that still doesn't work, you're gonna have to use a little bit of brute force like a punch and maybe try and shock it. If not, heat. So make sure if you're gonna use heat, safety first, do what you want as you please. Take the air out of the tire, because what happens is when you're gonna heat up that shaft, the transfer from the heat is gonna go to the rim, and then the rim and air is gonna make it expand, and you don't wanna go kablooey. So you're gonna apply heat where the rim meets the shaft on the inside or the outside, and just work it evenly and go around. Now, when you're done, if you get that off successfully, polish that shaft and apply a copious amount of grease, and do that every year, and you will never have an issue. Small, that would be good for my welder. Yes. How can I get? Okay, so is that no sound? Okay, I got it. Thank you. Yeah, so that vent line, I'm not a big fan of that. I don't know why that vent line is there. I know that vents are included in the gas cap, where the vent is into the atmosphere and not back into the engine. That's something that cars do. Okay, that vent tube usually gets clogged when people overfill their machine. So you either drill it out, try and dry it out, or you just replace it. That, I don't like that. I have to think about what I want to do with that, whether I want to keep that system or just let it go traditional. You know, to me, I don't like that. Looks like a good score. Yes, we got lucky. Just join. What you got going on over there? A generator or Facebook Marketplace that they said ran, but when I got there it didn't, and when we tried to start it, it backfired and the air filter cover caught fire. Thanks for the advice. Perfect. Yep. Already got it loose, had the torch. Fantastic. You actually asked me about shear pins. I will get that for you. All right, so let's go back to this carburetor. Enough chit chat. So those two Comose cameras release the fuel shuttle solenoid. Now we have to remove this bowl jet. Lefty loosey, righty tighty, to access the rest of the carburetor. Here we go. All right, so yeah, right here. Can the camera pick that up? Let's see. This jet is plugged. You have one hole here at the top. Nope. Hold on. I'm watching the iPad. Am I going the right way? Nope, the other way. No, this way. Sorry. So, this reminds you of an old Tecumseh snowblower or lawnmower. One jet here that doesn't pass through, and you have these two. Oh, it does pass through. One here. Interesting. And this one here. This thing is clogged. It's not clogged up the main circuit, but on the side, you could see some gelling. So then let's flick all of this off. Pull this pin out. Needle and seat. Okay, and then look here. You can just see all the schmutz. Right here. Okay. Very simple. Let's get our torch tip cleaners out. Can I use sandpaper to get and use anti-seize it? All right, so you could use anything. All right, I like to use a wire wheel on like a grinder. This is what I use, and you just knock off the rust. You could use anti-seize or just grease. Here's the deal. When it comes to your wheel, it doesn't matter what you use, because as long as you do it often, you're gonna be just fine. So let me just grab my torch tip cleaners and get a good basis on here. And let's see if the torch tip cleaner will push out the bad stuff, the gelled up fuel. So we'll go through this hole first. Is it gonna push it through? Yeah. Do you see that? Hold on, other way. See that booger right here? It's no bueno. No bueno. So we'll go there. This has a booger through here, and in here is clogged. Now we are just gonna do like a loose little cleaning, and then we're gonna blast this with some good stuff. Yeah, this is a lot better, but we'll circle back and we'll blast this. We got a good foundation. Next up, you can see inside here, this is no bueno as well. We're gonna pop off this inside jet, even though I don't think we have to. If it gives me a hard time, I'm not gonna really pursue it, because remember, we did get the machine running. I believe that plug jet on the side is okay. This inside jet is just fine. But flat tip screwdriver. Oh, you heard a crack. That's good. We didn't have to use an easy out. Okay, come on. There we go. And we're out. Let's get some PB blaster. And yeah, see, this is nice and clean. All right. You can't get any stuff on you guys. So what I like to do is, these have all little holes in here, right? And they all run perpendicular to each other. So if you have a hole on one end, on the opposite end you have another hole. So what I like to do is just clog one end, hold it, take your PB blaster, and then you could see all of this stuff spray out, which it does. So we're good. Same thing with this thing right here. This is a very, very tiny hole. So we'll get our looby-doob in there, and we'll push it through. And this goes right through. And we knew that, like I said, this wasn't really clogged because the generator ran. It just wouldn't run off choke. So because that was clogged, it wasn't allowing ample fuel flow through. Yep, quick little blow job. Blow job. Good to go. Okay, let's hit this here with some looby dooby. And we'll clean that up. Oh, let's get this small pick. We have a little bit of residual in here. I'm not going to worry about it. That looks permanent. Like it's embedded in there. So if it's not going to free with the scraping, it's not going to come off with a when fuel runs through. So speaking of wire wheeling, let's knock down the rust that built up on the carburetor. You don't have to. but I choose to. So just have a nice surface area. You think we can get this in here? Let's see. Let's see what we can clean inside here. Let's see if we could get that little stuff out that's in there. I'm not going to go too crazy. If it stays, it stays. If it goes, it goes. But this thing is fine. So let's hit it again. Let's get a rag. I'm doing this kind of sort of off camera because I don't want to get you guys wet. So, yeah. Just fine. Let's go back. Okay, carburetor. There we go. So we have all of this nasty stuff. We'll tackle that at the same time. Next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna work on getting this idle circuit out. Okay, so we're just gonna twist this out. So I live on an island. And the idle circuit to me is kind of like emissions, a form of emissions. And they don't sell things not for use in California anymore. Everything is universal. Here on the island, if Nick is who I think Nick is, okay, he could attest that you could have a perfectly running carburetor on your machine and it'll surge. And this thing could be squeaky, squeaky clean. And the only way to rectify it is we got to turn up this idle circuit. We got to open up the jet to the next size. And out of preventative maintenance, because I have to take it off, I'm going to open it up to the next size. Don't tell Greta. So we're just going to go through my micro drill bit kit. Like I said, this is just some preventative maintenance. And we'll go from there. So these micro drill bits are getting a little dull. And for some reason, by hand, I can't drill them through the jets anymore. But if I affix them to this little drill that I have here, it will punch through. So that's exactly what I'm doing. Nice and slow. So we will get our idle circuit. Don't tell Greta, nice and slow. And you could see these brass shavings come out. So you know we're hitting it. And we're through. And we're through. You can see it. That's all we need to do. Okay, let's go in reverse. And then let's just do one more time. And we're through. Okay. Good. We punched right through. Good, good, good. And we'll go back to cleaning this carburetor. Put this thing away. Put you away. Try and have a clean workspace. Less chaos. And we'll start the assembly process. Or cleaning. Mr. Tommy, how are you? Alrighty. Let's get some blast in here. So what we're going to do is you have 1, 2, 3, 4 holes. We're just going to hit everything. So we'll start with the idle circuit hole. Okay, that should come out the front or the bottom. Some of them are different. Let's see. Yep, it's coming out the bottom. Okay, let's hit this hole here. And it's coming out the idle circuit. See that from the top? Okay, this hole on the bottom. coming out the bottom, hole up top. Okay, good. This hole that's kind of covered by the gasket, we'll hit that. It has to come out. There's always an exit. There's no sealed path. So as long as it comes out one way, you know that there's no blockage. Now the reason why I'm using lube instead of carb cleaner, I just don't want to mess up the gaskets. We getting low? Getting a little low on compression? Alright, let's do that. Let's get our rag and we'll start to clean all this stuff out. You know what? Cover your ears. We're going to make some loud noises. Hey Google, turn on air compressor.
Sorry, it looks like that device hasn't been set up yet.
Excuse me? Google. Hey Google, turn on compressor. Cover your ears. You just want to give this thing a quick blow job. That's enough. Hey Google, turn off compressor. Hey Google, turn off compressor.
Turning off 2 switches.
All right, there we go. That's enough air to just give this thing a quick little blow job and we'll be on the merry way. Try not to send this thing full port. You don't want to blow anything out. So we're just going to backtrack where cleaned everything. There we go. Blow through. That's your primer. Good to go. That's the keister. Okay, and then we're gonna get all these little pearls out. Close your eyes. Like brand new. Just clean off all the schmutz. We go through the idle circuit. This thing is good to go. Alrighty. Back to the table. Assembly time. Now what I like to do, just because this gasket, just want to put a nice little bead of lube on there. In my mind, it's like relubricating it. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm not saying you should do it. But mentally for me, we're relubricating this little situation. Oh, we forgot. We got to clean this. And you could see here on the needle, yeah, that camera's picking up. You could see there's a little discoloration. Here's more of that stuff on there. So let's do some lube again. And for me, I just go over this by hand. I don't, it's not a big thing for me. As far as trying to like polish it and make it clean. Just go over it by hand, scratch the surfaces, and call it a day. Yes, we did have the needle and seat was leaking, or the float was hung up. We don't know. But there was stuff on the float, there was stuff in the carb that was keeping everything from blowing out. And now we could kind of look inside here after we gave it a quick blow job, that we could really see that it's a pretty clean mating surface. So we'll put that in there. We'll put our pin in. Just gotta line up the hole. That goes there. There's our big bowl. That will go there. So let's envision this, how it went together. Idle circuit goes here. The drain, was shared the same side as the idle circuit. Right? So you have easy access to it on the generator. Off camera, I'm going to give this thing a quick blow job. Forgot all about this thing. Blow job commencing. And we're just basically blowing through all these holes again that we cleaned out anyway. Doesn't hurt. You have the compressor fired up. This is brass. So here we go, starting by hand. This is something that you will never see me do. Is I will never, guess what? Almost. What happened? You guys suck. You guys suck. I almost forgot to put the jets back in. Like the last one. Oh, Lord. Lordy, Lordy. All right, so we'll put that in there. You guys got to help me out. You guys can't let me make mistakes like that again. Good thing I caught that. Jesus, you guys are going to let me struggle. That goes in there. Can't trust you guys. Okay, now the idle circuit is on this side, so we'll line that up. All right, we'll just line that up evenly, kind of eagle eye it. And we'll start this by hand. Jesus. Alrighty, let's turn this on. Yeah, I just can't use an impact on these. I can't use anything. Maybe on the breakdown process, but on the tightening process, maybe. Can I have the parts cleaner you're not using? I can swap you some shelves for it. All right, so that parts cleaner I do use. It's just we're not done with our garage makeover. It became storage. No, I will not get rid of it. Sorry. And we have plans for some more storage and shelving. You know what's going to happen? That parts washer will get clean when I finally need to use it. No, I promise. I promise. I promise. All right, so we press that in. We put our spacer in. Time to lock this in. Now, this kind of sets almost like an idle of a certain sort. What I like to do is I just crank it halfway. When this reaches halfway point of this on any machine, that's it. I'm done. You could always fine tune it once we get there. All right, let's go back to the machine. Let's see how bad this is screwed up. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. You guys are killing me. Let's put our thingamabob in here. Fuel goes this way, right? And, okay, so this can only go one way. All right, good. I know this isn't frozen, but as a creature of good habit. Man, see how much is in here? And we're out of air? You know what? You know what? I can't say it, but you know what. All right, so fuel there. Okay. Now what I like to do is, these are two different metals. Okay, and you can see how hard they work to get out. You could use anti-seize or a little bit of grease, just in case the next person or you have to go in there. You never know, it happens. You know, just a little bit on the threads, because when you thread it in, it'll go through the others. And that's all we're doing. Just a little bit on here. So this person was asking $400 for this generator. And I've been watching it for quite some time, because it's always good to keep an eye on things. And it sat, and it sat, and it sat. Generators are hit and miss. There is no, there's an all year round demand for generators, but it's not a steady demand unless, unfortunately, there's some sort of, I'm going to use the word catastrophe, but that's not the case. But inclement weather, people losing power, the fear of losing power because there's a storm or something coming along, generators become high in demand. But other than that, it's just sheer luck. So anyway, we sold our generator, and this generator was for sale for a couple of months, and I hit them with an offer. They said no, and I just says, that's fine. It's no big deal. They counter offered at $300 because I made my offer at, I offered half their asking price. And before you get upset, whoa. This thing was sitting for a couple of months on Marketplace. It's not like they just listed it and I lowballed them. This was a calculated negotiation / offer. And they said no. I said, okay, no big deal. And Last night they messaged me if I could pick it up. I was sleeping. I didn't answer them because I was sleeping. And they basically says that they are moving by Friday and it needs to be picked up, and they agreed to 200. And even though they were moving, they would not let me try and get it cheaper than 200. So believe me, I tried. And honestly, I didn't walk away. So we're gonna do these first. We don't have to do the spring. The spring we could manipulate later on. So let's do our choke linkage. Okay, that goes in there like so. And now we could slide it back on. Okay, we're on. And then now we could put our spring on. And it goes on. What? Make me look bad. Go in the hole. Just like that. No trickery. None of that. It functions nice and nice. Okay. Fuel. We need to adjust. So the fuel here. I'll get a light. I'll show you how we adjust that. Fuel. Como se calma is like a two-step process. Let's see. Can we do that? Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to hold this in the position and tighten that nut. That nut is what locks it in. So let's get our Suffolk County speed wrench in here. And we're just going to tighten this up. Make sure we're in the right position. We're just going to apply pressure and tighten this. And see how it doesn't move? Come on, don't make me look big. Okay, there we go, like that. We're good. You don't want to smoke that thing. So now let's put our fuel line in. Let's hook up our connection. Put that there. This will go here. I don't know why. Did I take that off? Oh, no, I took that off. Okay, that goes there. Okay, let's go see Adam and Steve. We got to go back to our connection. Remember, these can only go one way, so they go through here. So this line, remember, had that plastic clip. So let's push that back. Let's not clip that in so we have some free space to work on. So let's go visit Adam and Steve and Adam and Eve. Remember, these can only go one way. Remember? Adam and Steve can't work together. Adam and Eve can go together. See that right in the hole, right? In the hole. So we have Adam and Eve. Boom. These wires were bent and tucked in. So let's kind of mimic that and shove them right back in the hole. And that'll go there, like so. And then this was wrapped around. We'll wrap that around like that. Okay. And then we can clip this in right there. This is out of the way. Let's turn our fuel on. And as we work on, let's see if we pooched these gaskets. I actually have a replacement gasket, but I don't want to use it because maybe you guys don't have one. So we're going to see if this thing runs and self-primes with the broken gasket. Damaged. Damaged would be the key word. If you guys want to see that again, go to my OnlyFans page. Pat's face. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't. You know what? Edit that out. Edit that out. We don't know who's what. Don't. Go on Instagram. Check us out on Instagram. Go on Instagram. Yeah, that's where you could find more detailed videos. So this one's kind of tricky because this is long. Again, starting this by hand. You do not want to smoke that thing. All right, so right now, we don't see any fuel leaking. That's a good thing, right? So, I think we're on to something here. Is James Condon still here? What do you guys do with that gas tank vent? Do you guys really, like, man, I don't like that thing. Okay, so now that's in here. So this is our vent, and it can only go one way. So let's start here. Lube. See how nice and easy it goes? Come on. Here we go. You're in. Now you gotta go in. All right, everybody's in. Okay, kids? Now, look how ridiculous this is. Look how ridiculous this vent tube is. It goes from here all the way up through here, up there. It's a freaking vent that does nothing. Not a damn thing. Yeah, we might bypass that. Alrighty, let's try again. What a Jenny. Exactly. Bro, this thing's a beast. It's a beast. Alright, so let's do that. Just want to get this out of the way. We're gonna start it up. Put that there. Let's let out all the heat. Alright, we gotta go nice and slow. Nice and slow. And we'll fire in the hole. Shh, don't tell girl. So let's see, like I gotta get it off this lip. I mean, no other equipment has the gas copper out like that. We're gonna bring this thing a little lower to the ground, you know what I'm saying? You guys understand where I'm coming, right? Hey. Down she goes. Alright, that's pretty low. Choke. Key. And let's get some fire in this thing. And then we'll hook up some equipment to it. forgot to hook up the choke cable. Not hook it up. You've seen me hook it up. I forgot to put it in its place. So, yeah, let's do that. Let's go. Okay. I can't see. Let's go down one more notch. Okay, remember, we marked this. So that will go here, because that ties into there. And it can only go in one place. So we're just tightening this down by hand. Okay, so this needs to be, hold on, out. Closed, have it in the closed position, and then we're just going to work on getting this tight. The electric ratchet would have been perfect. We have the line, you guys can't see it, but I have the line that I made lined up with the line on the linkage. Okay, let's check. Choke in, choke open. In, open, in. All right, let's try this again. 1, 2, 3. All right. Fire the hole. Have a fuel? Did we lose fuel? No, we have fuel. Alright, maybe that gas gets messed up and it's not letting it turn. We'll see. Smoker. Get away from the house. that machine backfired? Forget it. I was gonna say maybe that shut-off solenoid isn't working, but we just freed it up. Right about that. Alright, let's put this away. Let's get it back in the lab. Let's take a look at that stupid vent tube. And you know what we never did? The electric start. Oh, and I got a gas can too. I don't know if this is one of these California, I'm an idiot type deal gas can. No, like so you don't. Oh. It also came with the owner's manual. And a 220 plug for the house. So let me show you. Our house is wired for a generator. It always was, but it wasn't done correctly. And when we did the electrical work, I redid it so it does work. And I'll show you how I did it. Actually, I'll just take you off the camera. Wire feed. Alrighty, so here, we'll turn you around. So we had no interlock kit installed, but here we go. That's our plug. And what happens is excuse me, the inside we used to have a third panel, and that was just for the generator. Now we have, it's called an interlock switch, and the generator, the electrical panel has to be put into like this certain cheat code, and then from there we could turn on and control what we want on. So there's no more need for a third panel like we had for a generator. That's like a old and outdated technology. So we really cleaned everything up when I did the service upgrade with my buddy. We got rid of a lot of stuff. Alrighty, let's get this thing back in here. All right. Electric start. Okay, let's turn you this way. This generator has 103 hours on it. It's really hard to tell if it's the true 103. Like I said, previous owners probably left the key on or something. I don't know. So 1, 2, and we can pull out the battery. What are the chances that this is the same size battery that we had in the last one that those other people dropped off? And I think we looked up that battery. I think that battery was like $40 or whatever. On the resale end of things, I am going to order a new battery. We're going to do 1. 2. That's interesting. Okay. What is this? Oh. Okay. Oh wow, look at that. All right, let's get these terminals out. What the heck was that? So we have these terminals. Those should be an 8 or 5/16. Let's see what we got. You just want to spin. So let's get the wrench in there. And let's see what we got. Oh, rusty crusty. Rusty crusty. I should have tried charging this battery while we were working on it. Okay. You're loose. Come out, wherever you are. You're gonna fight me? You're that crusty? You're gonna fight me? That bolts out. And this is that. Okay. Let's put this up top so I don't lose it. Okay. And then we have this one right here. Excuse me. There's that there. Okay. All right, let's see. Jesus, look at this rust. Does this look like garage storage? Yeah, this is the same one. HYS 12170. All right, let's get our test battery. Well, let's try and charge this really quick. We'll just hook it up to the charger, and then we'll hook up another battery to it that I have here. Okay. Those are your power. All right, you go in here. Plug in. Saying check. Okay. Okay, power. Nope, no good. Now, I'm just curious. Is this low on water? Is this low on water or acid where it takes a mix? Let's just pop this open real quick. Do not condone doing this. You could really mess yourself up. I really shouldn't put it on. Now let's just pop this open. See if this is really dry inside. So the cells are touching. Oh, here we go. All right, so let's do that. You could hear as I'm popping these caps off, you can hear pressure being released. So let's just check inside here. I have to get distilled water if we're gonna go this route. I actually don't have any. Flashlight, and flashlight. Did I put the flashlight? Okay, let's take a look inside here. Yeah, this is pretty dry. Yeah, so this thing. Oh, 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 it will never work. It will never work. You think we could fix that, kids? Put some JB Weld on it and call it a day. All right, this battery is crap. All right, so that makes sense why it's all corroded over there. This battery cracked, leaked out, and called it a day. All right, so we're gonna have to go. When it comes to batteries like this, Jeff Bezos has the best prices. This thing is junk. This thing is junk. But we tried, right? You would have never known if we would have never tried. Don't tell me because I broke the seal on this, they won't let me seal it. Yeah, look at that. See how it's... Oh, you broke it. You broke it. All right, so you got to get a new battery for this thing. Let's take a look at that cover. Let's see what we could do with that cover. I really don't want to buy a new cover. Unless it comes already pre-labeled. I really should have looked that up. All right, you know what? Let's do that. Let's look that up. All right, let's look up some parts. And we'll give this thing a demo. We'll plug you guys in real quick. All right, let's get some stuff out of the way, and then we'll look up some parts. Okay, that goes there. That goes there. You go there. Okay, you guys are here. We have, yeah, snow totals. Wasn't that a big flop? Delete. On. Oops. Turn my keyboard on. Okay, so we have model number 040030471. Briggs 040. No. 030471 parts. Okay. So we have our pictures right here. So we know we are on the right thing. Look at this. Cube monkey. Okay, let's see what happens. I bought one of these machines for use in our search and rescue group. Our first trip out, spewed fuel all over the trailer, ruined seals, destroyed flooring and walls, did $7,000 worth of damage, dramatic, not including time spent, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, look at this. All right, hold on. This thing's about to die, so I'll plug you in. Once this thing gets cold, the battery life goes through in the toilet. Whoops. All right, so let's read this. Abandoned by Briggs and Stratton by Cube Monkey. I bought one of these machines for use in our search and rescue group. Our first trip out, it spewed fuel all over the trailer, ruined seals, destroyed flooring and walls, did several $1,000s worth of damage, not including time spent to clean up and troubleshoot, trips to the repairman, time without a generator, etc. Spent several months trying to get this sorted out with Briggs and Stratton. They abandoned us completely in the end, said it was our fault for putting in dirty fuel. No. Excuse me. That's the same fuel hundreds of thousands of people use per day. I've used the same fuel vendor for years with no problems. The authorized repairman left me with the impression that is exactly how Briggs and Stratton would react. Because they have offshored everything, the products have completely tanked, and they are making huge money by living off the name of a once great company. Turns out, due to poor manufacturing and design, there's a tube that goes between the air box and the top of the tank. Woo! The thing that I hate. The tank, if the unit jiggle too much during transport, it will spill fuel out of the breather hose. I proved this by filling the fuel, removing the air filter cover, and could see the breather hose opening and shaking to simulate braking, turning. All right, so idiot, you overfilled your generator and you're freaking slapping it around because it's not secured, potentially, and it's flopping all over. Yeah, Briggs is not responsible for that. Forget this. You're an idiot. You are an idiot, an idiot, an idiot. See, and this is why reviews are like terrible things. Because you have to remember, an idiot is the one that's writing it. All right, anyway, let's go. All right, let's go to parts. Parts tree. 030471. That is us. How many times do you have to do this? Uh-oh. 471. What does ours say? Jesus. Okay, rev number. That's 01. So that's important. Freaking tank vent. All right, how much do they want for this battery? Let's laugh. $137.99. Keep that in mind. I'm going to put that on the board. Because, you know, that's comical. For anybody to pay that kind of money, don't. I'll show you how you don't have to pay that kind of money. Hold on. Are you guys seeing this? All right, so 19304. Right? 19304. 3GS. 137.99 plus shipping. Yeah, okay. Okay, so let's leave that there. Let's go to the engine. Do they have any service parts for the engine? No. Curious what they want to charge for that stupid fuel line that you want to throw down the river. I have a feeling. What? Bro, $30? Bruh, no way. No way. No way. That's not happening. All right, so now we got to do the air filter cover. All right, so for Briggs and Stratton, we need to find this number. And there's actually a code that you can scan, but there should be a stamping on the side of the block. All right, so we don't need a special part number. Let's go here. eBay. Briggs 420cc air filter cover. All right, so this looks like it, but this is the whole assembly. We just need that top piece. Yep. But that's not the one that has the vent tube on there. We could just delete that. You know, I'm not going to tell you what to do, kids. I'm not going to tell you what to do. All right, so forget that. All right, let's go see Jeff Bezos. Let's go talk to him. All right, Jeff Bezos. This battery is cracked and it's labeled. We're going to go by these numbers on the battery. HYS 121. Yeah, see, look at this. It's already, see, people are buying it from Bezos. See how the numbers match up in the search button? And look at that. $39.99. Look at this. $38.99. $39.99. $37.99. EGM, right? EGM, which is good. You want to get EGM. This is crazy. Yeah, so we'll get this. We'll get this from Jeff Bezos. We're gonna get this from Jeff Bezos. Let's take a look for poops and giggles. This air filter cover. Do you think we could save this thing? Do you think we could plastic weld it? All right. So you stay there. Let's not jump. Let's hook up. Let's hook up the good battery to this, and then we'll see if the good battery will start the generator. Come on. Okay, you want to be tough. A little persuasion in here. Let's do. Nope, because that's too big, idiot. Now this is stuff I just created more problems. All these tools. Let me get my tiny punch. Off camera, grabbing a tiny punch. Tiny punch. And at this point, anything becomes a hammer. And we'll do it. See? All right, let's go get our battery. And let's test the key start function on here. Alright. So black is negative. Should we really clean up these terminals? Yeah, but we're not. We're just testing. You just want to get a little sparky spark. Come on, Daddy. That goes there. These connections are very, very loose. Very, very loose. So we might have to. Why can't I tighten nuts all of a sudden? Lefty loosey, righty tighty. Why is that so hard? Okay, you're there. All right, you ready, kids? Choke. You don't want this thing to start reading. That's clicking. It's because we don't have a good connection. Alright, so I guess we do have to have a good connection. The last one we didn't have to have a good connection. There. Ooh, whoops, it's pulling through. Now this should start. That's beautiful. So we know the electric start works. So we can spend the big bucks on a battery. Okay. All right, let's get this cover off. Let's see what we can do with this thing. I'm not an expert when it comes to plastic welding. I'm not an expert. All right, let's see what we got here. Sorry, that'll go there. All right, let's get you out of the way. You were these coldest encounters. Okay, so you go here. Let's wipe this off because we're going to be plastic welding. And do we want to go boom on camera? Alright, so this will go away. Here is our cover with our stupid freaking vent tube. You know, I'm very tempted to just get rid of this thing. I know I'm sounding like a broken record, but alright, so this went like this. Alright, hold on. Let's get a good look. So you guys are not in my way. What about there and there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go back to YouTube so you can see what I see. Alrighty, so this is broken here. This goes there. Honestly, we might be able to get away with some JB weld. You know, the plastic kind. But let's see what we got in our bag of tricks. Ba-da-bum. Okay, we have this. Yeah, here's our plastic JB weld. Let's not use that. All right, let's go to our things. And I'm just thinking out loud. I'm envisioning the machine. We have different clips, right? So let's envision the repair. Oh, come on. Come on, Daddy. Come on. So, this little tube, does it wrap around like so? No. You could do this on the inside. And then there's also on the outside as well. Will they look that hard? You know what I mean? Like, can we do this on the outside? Or do we just go from the inside and these tips you kind of snip off? And lock these into place. So you know what? Let's try this one. Because in my mind, look at this. Let's see. You see how this is? So why do I have in my mind that we can do something like this, where it goes around like so? You know what I mean? Now the fun part is, what is this piece? I just want to see one more. Let's do one more. Let's close that. We don't want all those coming out. Okay, so I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it or sell it. I have to check the one we have for ourselves, and that's not easily accessible right now. Let's see, can this go here? and weld it there. Because we have, I'm thinking of points of contact, right? So we have here and here versus this one. Points of contact would be, let's see if we go this way. And we stick it out. This one actually is the better one because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have all different, we have more points of contact with this. So let's put this away and we'll plastic weld. Yeah. Alrighty, so let's plug you in to our fancy power. We have plenty of power now. Plenty of power, plenty of outlets. Okay. Let's get this back in here. Like so. And let's envision the repair. Well, what about this one? Because this one's already bent. Why didn't we do this one? I'm just saying. Because my other concern is, right, we got to be careful because this seals, right? So we got to make sure. All right, let's do, all right, forget it. Let's just do this one. And then we're going to see if we can get creative with it. Stick that in there. Now I'm not going to activate it. I'm just envisioning the repair right now, holding it and pressing it. And yeah, this is good. All right. Heat activated. Tommy, can you do me a favor? Somebody, can we see how much this thing cost? Not this part, but the generator itself. So you see it it got hot and it's in. Now we're just going to let it go, let it cool, right? Let the plastic kind of like harden again. And we're going to pull this out. You see that? And this is good to go. Does this even have an air filter? You see that? So this thing is good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we're not going to yank on it. You know what I'm saying? But what is that tool called? I've never seen it before. This is called a plastic welding kit. I will, hold on. Hold on 1 second. I'll see if I can put a link up for you guys. Hold on. I can't show you this. I have to log in. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. I have. That's the terrible thing about technology. I have the password saved on my phone, so it's kind of like I can't go through this by hand. But hold on. You just gotta give me a minute. And that's where you could see the kit. So, I gotta rotate the phone. All right, so we're gonna flip it. All right, so now we're gonna go back to the machine. And this kit right here. Now it comes with a pair of pliers. So I am only going to cut this end right here. I'm not gonna cut this. It's not necessary. So now we're gonna see if this goes flat. And that's what we're doing. You definitely don't want to crank on this thing. Alright, so let me go get my ratchet. We're not using the electric one. No. So let's start with the side that's not broken. Okay, that's good. Now let's go to this side. This is the side that's broken. Suspenseful music, play. Yep, we're good. Yep. That's it. We're good. Bravo. Bravo. Round of applause. Round of applause. All right, so that's one less thing to order. Oh, what do we want to do? What do we want to do with this stupid fuel line? What do we want to do with this stupid fuel line? Alrighty, let's see. This is like Honda fuel line, and I ordered Honda fuel line, and honestly, it didn't. I don't think it's Honda fuel line to me. I think it's still too thick. So let's try and see if we could just. This broke. Let's just get you out of here. Right, this is broke. All right, so we need to get rid of this clamp. This clamp is like what you see on PEX. So let's cut that out. That's the only way to do it. Let's cut this out. Okay, if you don't want to go. Right, so now we're just gonna pry out this clip then. All right, let's use our makeshift hammer. Giving me a hard time. Why can't you just go nice and easy? You make things difficult for me. Can't you see? Can't you see? There we go. We're out. So this is a press fit. So let's get our fancy hose cutters. And it's cut here. So let's just smoothen it up. Get rid of you. And that's a press fit right there. Fixed. Fixed. Done. Woo! All right, so hold on. Did you guys look up to see how much this thing is? Huh? You guys help me out? Now let's put you away. Let's put all this stuff away. Did you guys look to see how much this generator costs? If you haven't, please do. I did all the looking up for everything else. I'll change the oil off camera. Let's just clean this up. So this plastic weld kit has saved me, not just for this. The reason why I bought this is to repair baggers on lawn tractors, because those things are really, really expensive. Same thing with chutes. I have saved and made a lot of money because I will repair baggers for people. This is a great tool to have, a really, really good tool to have. Extremely affordable. I will put a link in the community page later on today where to buy this. Okay, so let's go back to YouTube so I can see you guys. There we go. No, I just, because I was looking for the Amazon thing. Okay, all right, so how much, right, so let's see how much this thing is worth. All right, so we got to look at comps and then we'll crunch numbers. So we were at Briggs and Stratton. That's the part number. We saved money. We fixed the fuel line. Air filter I have in stock, that's $1. So really what we have is battery, oil, and cost. So this we know the part number. So we'll do Briggs. Briggs. Elite. Excuse me. 8,000 watt generator. What? Yeah, boy. 1,200 bucks. 1,300. 1,300. Predator doesn't count. This one is 1,000. Oh, this one is Bluetooth. Do we really need Bluetooth? Do we really need Bluetooth? Do you need Bluetooth to start your generator? That's just basically more to go wrong. Look at the same thing. Look, 12-inch never flat goes rear. This is the same thing minus the Bluetooth stuff. All right, look at the specs on this thing. Part number is the same. Volts 140, 420, 7.5 fuel tank at 7.5 gallons, 9% at 59-hour runtime at 50% load. Electric and recoil, has an oil shutdown, super low tone muffler, fuel gauge, yes, 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 yes. Give me a price. So, all right, we'll go this way. All right, so $1,000 out of stock from electric generators, $1,329 out of stock. Yeah, this is a home run. This is a home run. All right, so here, we'll go to the drawing board. Let's go to the board. And you guys can only tell me how you would price this out. Let's get you in this position. Why aren't you locking in? Hold on, sorry. This one needs to be. Okay, here we go. We're in there. Alrighty, so let's start mathing. I paid $200 for this non-run. Retail is that 1,000 was a 7,000 watt. So we're gonna do 1300 plus tax. Tax in New York State is 0.08725. Whatever that may be. Actually, I'll punch this on the calculator. No, there's no calculator on here. All right, so we can do that math. Okay, oil for this machine, I pay 0.24 of an ounce of royal purple because that's what this is going to get. Air filter is going to be $1 because those I have in stock. So 18 times 0.24. Now, travel time. If you want to figure it, it's up to you. This was 10 minutes from work. So 10 minutes from work, and it wasn't on the way home. So we're just gonna do 20 minutes on my way home. I have to come back to go home. So it's not like I went out of the way. If I didn't come from work, it would have been a 1 hour commute. Only you guys can value your time. Okay, this live stream doesn't count because doing videos like this take longer than it would be to repair. So what do we have? So we have 200, $1. I think it's going to be, we'll do 45 for the battery. And then the royal purple, I think it's going to be like 7. We'll do $8 for the oil change. I know you guys are going to get upset. I'm not going to do this spark plug. Spark plug runs and call it a day. Okay, all right. As far as shop materials go, I mean, a little bit of PB blaster, and I snip the hose. What do we do? What do you charge for something like that? Like, how do you factor in shop supplies? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what do you, $5? You know, $5 for shop? I don't know. We'll do $5. So we'll do $5. We'll be expensive. We'll be expensive on shop supplies. I mean, we're at 200, 201. So we've got 5 and 8. That's 13. Plus 45. That's 8. 58. 57. So that's $1. That's 59. So we're into this generator for $259. Plus time. Fuel. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how to write that off. That's a big payday. Now this generator is $1,300 plus tax. I'm probably gonna be at $1,000, and realistically, you know, this is a big boy. I might get sick of looking at it. Probably take anything over, don't kill me, 600. I know it's terrible, but look what I have here. This is what I'm working with. So this means if I could create space for the thing, I can hold this. But you guys know what I'm working with. Every time I have to work in the garage, I have to pull this mamma jammer out of the way. Now I am going to go back to where we keep our generator at some point this week and unearth it and double check our stats on it. I don't know what do you guys think of propane? Like, is it worth I'm not going to say the hassle, but let's just say my Westinghouse generator is 7,000 or 6,000. Is it worth to give up propane double tanks for something like this? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I really have to double check the stats on that. All right, guys, this thing is gonna be a wrap. I got to order the battery from Jeff. Jeff's got to send me the battery. I'm not sure as far as paint on this. This battery box is welded to the frame, and yeah, you could. This is just in poor shape. I really shouldn't even be touching this because that's all acid. If I want to kind of strip it and paint it, but I think I'm just gonna leave it. I mean, this thing really needs to be washed. I gotta wait for a little bit of warmer weather during the day, and we'll go from there. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out with me today in the garage. I gotta get used to saying that. Thanks for hanging out with me in the garage. I really, really, really do appreciate it. Can you guys see me? Can you guys see me? No, you can't. All right, here we go. We'll do this one more time. Flash, yep, everything is on. All right, guys, I really, really appreciate you guys hanging out with me today in the garage. I hope you guys enjoyed this fix and flip. If you guys are here from the beginning, I really, really do appreciate it. If you missed it, YouTube will turn this live stream into an upload where you can view it at a later date and time. Let me know what you think. Regardless that we got this thing running, would you spend $200 as is? Non-running, not producing power, spitting flames out of the air filter. And let me know what you would try and sell this for. All right, guys, drop your thoughts and comments down below. Don't forget to check us out on the Instagrammer, Pat Taste Performance on Instagram. Don't forget, the missus has a little parts things that she does. In other videos, there could be a link to do that. We appreciate all of your support. She writes you guys lovely messages, and I think she told me the other day that she picked a random person and doubled their order. So, good for her. Good for you guys. We couldn't have done it without you guys. All right, guys, don't forget to smash the like button, smash that subscribe button. Guess what? I will see you guys on the next episode of Pat Taste Performance. Later. Turn off.